The next thing that you will encounter, guaranteed, are objections, or what one of the health advisors in my group called it, concerns. And I think that is a better way to say it. People are just, it's not that they're negative, it's when they bring up what we would call objections, it just means they don't have all their questions answered yet. And so they have concerns. The biggest probably one that you'll hear is, I can't afford it. Costs too much money. And there's two ways of dealing with this. Number one is the cost should be fairly, for most people, fairly cost neutral, because they're already eating something. So if you just point out, do you get, espressos or cappuccinos or specialty drinks once a day? Well, that's $4 or $5. If you eat out at all, if you whatever. It's duh. The first couple months of the program, it's only going to cost them about $7 something a day if they're on Be Slim. So $7 something a day for the first couple months is very, very, very inexpensive. So when people say it's too expensive, it's usually when they hear the total. I usually tell people two ways. I'll say it's $7 to $10 a day depending on what you order, or I'll also say during weight loss it's $250 to $275 a month, which comes out to $7 to $10 a day. So I say it that way to help them wrap their brain around it. So the other thing that I can't afford it means is you haven't created enough value in it for me yet. I don't know if it's going to work for me. It probably won't. Because if I could guarantee them, if they knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that they could lose 100 pounds on this program in a matter of 6 months or 7 months or whatever, would they do it? Absolutely. And so that also means I just don't quite believe it. And there is nothing you're going to do other than just do the couple little things, $7 to $10 a day. People on an average, lose 3 to 5 pounds a week if they're women, 4 to 7 pounds a week if they're men. And that's just across the board. That's not Joe and I, that's not you, that's overall company statistics. You just say that kind of stuff to them, and if they aren't ready to spend that money, then probably you haven't, the value's not there for them. I think there are a very small percentage of people that truly, truly, truly cannot afford it. And it's more than what they have in their budget. And you're not a used car salesman. You can't dicker on the price because we all buy it from the company at the same price. So you just say, okay, well, call me when you're ready. Call me when you think you can do it. Another big objection that you'll get is, you mean I have to buy this food the rest of my life? And I used to say, it's funny how you evolve in your dialogue. I used to say, well, you're going to buy somebody's food the rest of your life because probably you're not growing your own. And that was okay because they didn't really think about that before. Like when they go to the grocery store, they're buying somebody's food. And but now I say, because that sometimes would be a little snippy, so now I say, no, actually, the program that we teaches you to eat 6 small meals a day, well balanced, proteins, carbs, and fats, nutritious. And that's really what the program's about. It's about learning behavior modification, which is another objection that you might hear is, well, I want to do it where I'm going to change my behavior because that's where it's long term and it's going to last. So I've addressed that concern before they've even asked it. I say, because it teaches you a new behavior of eating 6 small meals a day. And during weight loss, you need to eat this food. And you need to do this program like this. But during the maintenance portion, which is really the rest of your life, you can do what you want. You can eat your own food. You can eat this food. You can mix and match both of them. It's really going to be up to you at that point. But I will continue to use some of these foods every day because it's so convenient. The same reason that I use it to lose the weight, I'm going to use it to just remain healthy. So, and don't make a big deal about it. If they don't have to know, they're not going to know right now what you and I know, which is we love this food, and even when we're in maintenance and transition in the rest of our life, we crave this food and we will buy it the rest of our life and use it because we love it. They don't know that. They're not going to know it. You don't have to go into that. Just get them off the hook. Say, no, you don't have to use this food the rest of your life. It's your choice. So kind of take the wind out of that sails. Then another one is, what about maintenance? What about, yeah, you can lose the weight, but people put it back on. And the best way to address that is say, you know what, there are people that will put their weight back on, guaranteed. And how you can know if you're one of those or not is if you think of this as a diet. If you look at this program as a diet, chances are really good that you're going to put your weight back on within the next, within a year or so after you've lost your weight, or even sooner. So what we really try to educate you with is the long-term health program that this is. And it's an education process. And the habits that you learn during weight loss, you will carry over into maintenance. And we teach you as part of our philosophy, as part of what we teach. And I sometimes go into Be Slim here, and sometimes not. Just depends on how much time and how receptive they are to it at this point. But I'll say one of the principles that we teach is to monitor. So when you're within 5 pounds or 10 pounds of your weight loss, and you're going up, you know how to get right back on, and with the help of your coach, with the help of support, you can get those pounds right back off and catch it before it becomes a problem, because you have the tools. So, just kind of, all these little things people will tell you is they really are saying, I want to do this, but just answer this question, because I've got, if you can answer this one, then maybe I'll do it. If you can answer this one, then maybe I'll do it. And then just depends on the numbers. If it's a person that's really going to be ready to go and your answers are going to matter, then fine. Mentally, they feel better about making this decision because these questions that would be in their mind are answered, and they can justify making the purchase and making the commitment. But some people are just using these as excuses, and you can't do anything about that. So you answer their questions, and then you kind of wait and see what their response is. If they're like, yeah, but da-da-da-da, yeah, but da-da-da-da, they're not ready, and it won't matter what you say. And it's, again, you can't say the right thing to the wrong person, and you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. So just be very astute in handling these concerns of people, and realize that it's not a reflection on you. It's just really still goes back to some will and some won't, and just do your best.